I would like to thank JNTU Principal Dr. Yadaya, Professor Shravana, Professor Srinivas Rao, Professor Padmaja Rani, to give me this opportunity to come here and meet you guys. The idea I got it was to come into JNTU. I saw so many students admitted from JNTU. So I thought that why don't I visit JNTU? I didn't know where to make the head start. So I just talked to one student and said, really? So Karthik, he initiated, and Vijay, he started taking up the lead, and they all put together. So Professor Shravana was telling me that we don't know the tree, how we got into that. I reached here today. That all these people are somewhere involved for me to come here and make a presentation. So I would like to thank you all the JNTU faculty and staff. So I'm going to make a quick preview of talk about the department, some admission procedures, and what you can expect and what is going to happen to you when you come there. So CS department was a very small within the mathematics department in in early 70s. In fact, UTD itself established, it's very young, it's less than 50 years. And if you look at other flagship universities like Texas A&M, UT Austin, they're all centuries old. But in such a short time, we have made so much progress is basically because we started originally as a research institution. So in late 50s and 60s, when TI had to do some research, they started a research in the UTD campus. It grew into a graduate program, and they could not handle it anymore. So TI gave it to the UT system, and that's how UT Dallas established. And at that point, we didn't have any undergraduate classes. So later on, about 15, 20 years back, we started the undergraduate program. Now we have, and a university is full-fledged only when they have undergraduate, not just masters and PhD. So now we have full-fledged university for the last 2-3 decades. So the computer science department moved from mathematics to engineering department in '86. So that's when the computer science department was officially formed. And today we are one of the largest CS departments in US. We have over 1,000 plus graduate students. So you can see, look at UTD as a large computer science department. So in terms of faculty, we have about 46 tenure track faculty members and about 20 senior lecturers. And we are just behind UIUC in terms of number of faculty members. You can see that CMU has 97, UC Berkeley 83 and 70s, and then it comes down to 40s. We are ahead of Purdue, Michigan, and UT Austin in number of faculty members and tenure track faculty members in the computer science department. We have added about 10 tenure track faculty members and 10 senior lecturers in the last 3 years. Professor Zygmunt Haas, he comes to us from Cornell. He was a full professor at Cornell. He joined UT Dallas last year. Professor Desmet, Ivo Desmet, he's a world-renowned cryptographer. So if you are looking for, he's very busy. Travels all the time in Europe, and he teaches a few classes. So anybody who's interested in cryptography, you should be working with Dr. Desmet. We are having 3 more faculty members who are going to join this fall. Dr. Adrian Marcus from Wayne State, and Dr. Nicholas Woolsey and Dr. Lingmin Zhang. So we offer a variety of courses. UTD offers a variety of courses in the computer science department. And some of the broad research areas are the HLT, the Human Language Technology, Computer Science Theory, networking, computer systems, cybersecurity, and software engineering. These are the major research focuses. And we offer full range of programs in undergraduate, master's, and PhD. So you can look at, there are 130 PhD students. All PhD students are supported. And 800, you can see that close to 900. I think this year maybe, I'm not sure whether we will reach 1,000 master's students. 1,000 plus undergraduate students. The CS department has established several centers and institutes. The latest one is the Data Analytics Institute for Data Analytics, managed by Dr. Ron Bose, lecturer in cybersecurity. Net-centric software center, Dr. Farooq Bastani, he's also in the software engineering area. He heads it. HLTI, that's again a very strong area for us, Human Language Technology Research Institute. Dr. Sanda Harabajo, she heads that center. Software testing center is headed by Dr. Eric Wong. And we have a new CS Education and Outreach Center. Dr. J. Veera Swami, he heads it. And at this point, we are probably several thousands of students we basically touch through our outreach program. That's why I encourage that many of you should sign up. If you have certain skill sets, talk to Dr. J. Veera Swami and try to be one of those student teaching workers for this outreach program. In terms of accomplishments, UT Dallas Computer Science Department is ranked 29 in terms of publications and 24th for software engineering. 10 of our faculty members have hold this prestigious National Science Foundation Young Investigator Award, and 3 of them also have Air Force Young Research Investigator Awards. In terms of computer science degree awarded, we are in nation the 4th largest number of graduate degrees, computer science degrees are awarded by UT Dallas Computer Science Department. In last 3 years, the research expenditures are about 30 million. This is where, when you talk about research expenditures, is spent on RAs, basically research. So those funding is where you need to look at who's got funding and does your research interest matches. Talk to those professors. So if you look at from all these kind of different perspectives, we are ranked 35 in all these categories. However, whereas in terms of US news reports, we are ranked 70. That's again because of perception. But if you look at American Society of Engineering Education, based on the research expenditure, you see that we are ranked 33rd. So just below Ohio State. So I was talking about the Cybersecurity Research Institute. Dr. Bhavani Thoraisingham, she heads it. And she was given the award, the recent award for IBM faculty in 2013. She was one of the recipients for all over the world. And Dr. Xiao Go, he has again had a 3D image technique which utilizes the mathematical theory. So he was awarded a best paper last year. Probably Dr. Kevin Hamlin, many of you would have heard over the news on YouTube and other places. Dr. Kevin Hamlin, he had found out a solution for the heartbleed. Famous. This year we had found a solution. His team basically found a solution for the heartbeat virus. Now, the focus of the CS department is to produce best computer science undergraduate, graduate, and PhD students. That's again by all the tenure track faculty members who do the cutting edge research. They teach classes. So your master's class are taught by, most of the core courses are taught by the top-notch researchers. And we also attract a lot of K through 12 students, and through the outreach program. Probably today we are one of the leading center for offering the outreach program in US. Now, the UTD also encourages software entrepreneurship. So we have an incubator on campus which allows the students basically to, if somebody has a good project which could be turned into a software, they can approach the incubator, and school provides the office everywhere on campus to have your company established there. So we also help the industry to thrive by bringing them on campus and getting our students to work. Now, we strongly encourage our students to basically be a part of these clubs, like the ACM, Code Burners, Security Group, Linux Group, Code Warmers. We also have a Women Who Compute, a new club. So we encourage those women engineers to join the SWE, Society for Women Engineers. Take part in all these clubs, because when you go for internship or jobs interviews, they ask what kind of other things you do apart from regular academic. So you should be part of one of these clubs, student clubs. Take leadership roles. We have a colloquium wherein we invite the leading researchers from all over the US. Internship. So last year, 400 plus internship offers were gained by our computer science students. I'm not talking about others, just computer science. Many of these co-ops turned into full-time offers. So 155 different employers basically took these students into their companies. And students make anywhere from $2,500 to $6,500 per month during the internship. Now, students can work almost a year. They cannot work 365 days. They can work up to 364 days as internships. But they cannot work 2 long semesters continuously. So what students do is work one summer, 1 long semester, and the graduating semester they are allowed to again do internship. So that's how they can work almost a year and be debt-free. Some of these companies in DFW area, TI, that's our flagship. TXU, which is nothing but electric companies, electronics, Nokia, Raytheon, Rockwell, Faro Systems, Fujitsu, all these are EDS. They're all in about 5 to 10 mile radius. See, this is basically statistics from Bureau of Labor and Statistics, which states that the STEM job, STEM is nothing but science, technology, engineering, and math. 70% of the jobs are in computer. So you're all chosen the right field, the right time. So this is going to be, for next 10 years, you will have wonderful opportunities in the STEM area, specifically in computer science. When you are applying, let me ask, how many of you are not admitted to UTD but still planning to apply? Okay. So when you are planning to apply to UTD or anywhere, you must set a goal. What is that you want to do, either master's or a PhD? So if you have some taste for research, you should go straight and apply for a PhD. Apply for a PhD, and you should plan at least 2 years ahead, that wherever you want to go, choose those colleges and start preparing for the standardized test. At least 6 months of preparation is important. Many students say that, oh, I was working, I didn't have time. But once you take that exam, those scores are reported, you lose that opportunity of getting scholarship. So before you take the standardized test, prepare well and then take the standardized test. The GRE is what is required for engineering and computer science. However, if you are going for management, they require GMAT, and they also take GRE. But the engineering and computer science, they don't take GMATs. So prepare your application well, so that when you enter, even your email should have your name related to it. Easy for us to remember. Every time you're trying to match with the database, those emails are easily should be tracked. And now, academic and cultural life in US will be totally different than what you go through here in your undergraduate. You are on your own. The graduate school is something like you're going for work. So you have to be prepared well in advance what you want to do next 6 months, a year. What is the track you want to do? What is your interest? And what kind of courses you want to do? And if you don't know, you are still exploring, talk to an advisor. They will help you to choose the right track that meets your interests and your capabilities. And if you have work experience over here in India, that is really good, because that will help you to get your internship. So choose your area of interest, what track you want to be in. We have several tracks. We have new tracks we have introduced are the data sciences, the systems track, and this fall we are going to have an interactive computing. That would be for those who are interested in game design, gaming, those kind of things. The financial aid opportunities, I talked about it earlier too, about the RA, TA, and teach and the outreach program. So TAs are mostly for the PhD students. RAs can be for masters too. However, you have to show a research potential so that the professor who has the funding can take you into his research group. Now, RA positions you can also get in other departments. See, somebody in biology may be doing some computing research. They have funding. So you can get an RA position in biology, even in English department. A lot of students get in School of Management, in Arts and Technology. Anywhere, you can get an RA position or a student workers position. Because every department has a lab which are managed by computer science students. CPT, which is nothing but curricular practical training, which is internships. So you are allowed to do internship after the first 2 long semesters, which is, you will be allowed to do that in summer of 2015. So prepare, make sure that you are taking courses, right courses for before you get into internships in summer of 2015. Talk to an advisor. They can guide you through what kind of courses you should take, what degree plan. And the IPP department, headed by Jerry Alexander, they will have seminars time to time throughout the semester. They will have seminars on how to interview, how to write your resume, how to basically in 2 minutes convince somebody or tell somebody about what you want to do, what's your background in 2 minutes, how to convince your employer. So those kind of techniques and workshops are basically taught in the department by the IPP department, or they're also taught in the career center. Okay? So be in touch with the IPP department, be in touch with the career center. So we talked about the educational system. So there everything goes by credit hours. So MS degree requires 33 credit hours. That basically means 11 courses. Okay? Now, so 11 courses plus any prerequisites given to you. So if you have been given prerequisites, you have to complete all those prerequisites. And one of the prerequisites at a 5,000 level can be counted as an elective in your degree plan, in all degree plans except information assurance. So make sure you selected the right degree plan in the first semester. In case you think that that's not the right one, you want to change to another degree plan, you can certainly visit with an advisor and change the degree plan. Now there are two programs you will be admitted in. One is called Software Engineering, MSSE, another is Computer Science. So your visa, when you get your I-20, either you will get it for Software Engineering or for Computer Science. So if you want in Computer Science, there are 6 different tracks. So you can choose any of those tracks in the Computer Science. But if you are in Software Engineering, you have only one track, which is Software Engineering. However, if you want to change from Software Engineering to Computer Science, or Computer Science to Software Engineering, you'll also need a new I-20. So that paperwork must be done before first day of the class on campus. So very important, you should not be shifting between the degree plans quite often because you may lose courses. So by first 2 semesters, you must have chosen the degree plan what you want to be in, and then take courses. Okay? Now, like I was saying, that the Bureau of Labor and Statistics says that in the STEM jobs that are created, 70% are in computing area. So the software industry is going to make more breakthrough in the next 10 years. So this is a famous quote from, you all know Bill Gates. So that's what this is the famous quote from Bill Gates. The software industry is going to make more breakthroughs in the next 10 years than it's made in the last 30. Software is really going to transform not just what we think about as a computer industry, but the way everything is done or accomplished. And we have been using this code for the last 10 years. It is true, and it is true even now. And you can see that 5 years back or 6 years back, we didn't have any Androids or iPhones. So there were no apps. So in the last about 5 to 7 years, the iPhone industry, the app industry has developed and produced about 500,000 jobs in the last 5 to 7 years. So with things going in more and more onto tablets and handheld devices, you can see that there will be plenty of opportunities for the next 10 years. And the way the internet is growing, every year we have at least about 15 people go for internships in Amazon and around 15 for Microsoft. And many of these internships, and even to Google, they transform into full-time jobs. Last 2 years, our students are getting even in places like Apple, internships in Apple, full-time jobs in Apple. So you are looking at, as long as you have a strong foundation, strong technical foundation, you can think about good jobs in these places. Okay? So if you have any questions, I will take them at this point. I think we talked a lot of those right before my presentation. In fact, I answered many of your queries. Specifically for the parents, I would address that they are going to a very safe place in the computer science department. This year, we are getting over 400 students, and 80% of them are from India. So 300 plus are just from India. So everywhere you walk in the corridor, you'll be seeing like this a group. Okay? So the graduate students. So you should be rest assured. However, what we strongly suggest is that try to understand, get involved in those local cultures. It's very important because when you go for interviews, what they want is somebody who has a diverse talent, not that somebody is based upon your friends. Your friends are not. Your friends may tell you which course to take, but they'll not tell you where the jobs are. Because you are a competitor for them. So each one of you are a competitor for others. So the better you do, you have a better chance than your neighbor. So work hard when you come there from day one and try to take those challenging courses because that'll polish your talent. And an interviewer, when you walk into an interview room, in 5 minutes they can tell you what kind of personality you have. So take advantage of all those resources on campus, right from the Career Center, the IPP office, that will hone your talents. Now, another very important is that we have large number of workshops, one-day workshops, which are done by the outreach program. Like something like a quick introduction to Java in one-day workshop, 6 hours. Come in there, taught by a student, mentored by a faculty member. You would walk in there right from the time you start to the end of the day. You would have learned all those shortcuts or something about Java. Many of the software engineering specifically, you must have good Java skills. And again, when you go for interviews, they may ask you in any language. Right? So you have to have a good programming skills. So take advantage of all those resources. Participate in the clubs. Take active leadership. That's important. Because when you go for an interview, they're asking, oh, you are a president for ACM. What did you do? I organized these workshops. When you organize the workshops, you are going to invite the industry folks. So you are in touch with them. And if they see you have a good talent, you discuss it. You have an advantage, right then and then. So use all those opportunities once you get into and we take those leadership skills. For women engineers, we have a society for women engineers and women who compute. And now last 2 years, we have been taking these women engineers to a conference, national conference for women engineers. And participate, make a presentation there, do something. So that you are recognized. People will, there will be, if you participate in those competitions, there could be some, well, industries come here and do some hackathons. So if you win those hackathons, you may win prize, you may get a job of it. So try to get to those kind of student chapters. Any questions? Yes.
One question on the student workers. How do we get to know the opportunities which are there in other departments, say arts and
for other departments, you may have to walk it 2 ways. One is I was talking to you, right? When you leave the place, you will give your job to your friend, you refer it to your friend. And this goes on. So one to another. Try to breach into the network or walk into those offices. have your resume ready. When you walk into an office, I have seen students come to my office, sir, do you have a job? I don't. So some days I may think about something. Do you have a resume? No, I don't. So prepare yourself whenever you are walking into a office. Just smile. Learn to have a smile on your face. Probably you may hit about 20 offices everywhere, you'll be no. But sometimes you're in the right place, the right time to get the job. I know students coming in, I'm looking for a lab, I'm desperately, something needed, student worker. He walks into my office, he has a resume. Oh, you know Java? Come in. Or you have C++, you know Oops? Come in. So I just sign him up. So have your resume ready. When you walk into your offices, see, go to the buildings to buildings. Buildings have they will have some kind of events board. Look at that. Maybe there will be some job postings there. Go to career center. Register yourself in the career center. You may or may not even get the response. Just imagine there are 1,000 plus just the graduate students in the computer science department. Everybody's looking for jobs. Everybody's competing to others. So you can say that a right place at right time will land you a job. Or your skills matches the requirements of the professor. That much. There is job in provost office, people do. Assessment office, anyway.
One more question. How often can we reach out to professors? One thing we heard is about the office hours.
Yes.
So, apart from that, during the office hours, how often can we meet them?
The best thing is to email. Remember, if you match your skill set doesn't match the professor, just walking does not going to help. The professor does not have time. So you're going to waste your time and his time. So he doesn't want to waste time. So only if your skill set matches the professor, approach him or her.
What are the college timings? Does it vary in the different seasons? Will it be the same throughout the year?
College timings?
Yeah, for the students.
Students, see, when you take classes, the classes starts anywhere from 8:30 in the morning. The last class will be about 8:30 in the night, 8:30 to 9:45. There will be very few classes from 8:30 to 9 in the evening. Generally, you will have done by 7 to 8. Each class is 1 hour and 15 minutes. I would say most of the classes. So the 3 credit hour classes means 3 contact hours per week. So the classroom timing, meeting hours is 2.5 hours. 1 hour, 15 minutes each day. It could be Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, or one day a week, like a Friday or a Saturday. That would be 2 hours and 50 minutes. And it's same throughout the fall, spring. Summer it will be longer hours. Any other question?
Probably we can wait for some time and then we come back and have an informal meet and
Sure, no problem.
get to know each other.
Sure, no problem. Absolutely.
We have snacks outside.
Okay, good.
We can all go out, have the snacks, and then come
Let's
back and
grab something to quick. I also need some energy. Maybe boost, not boost.